Yawn. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Oh, my goodness. Oh, look at us. We're already starting off strong. Thank you, Kyra. That feels good. I like that. I like that. Let's get this starting parted. Oh, my gosh, Tux. That's great. Hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday. What a day it has been. This week feels really long already, but I'm feeling good because I get to hang out with you guys. So already, life is good. Let's dive into some squid time. Squid hours, let's go! And we're just gonna skip the rest of that and go straight into split screen. Terrible. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Can you guys tell? I haven't finished single player campaign, as you guys know, but I did, check it out, I did get a new Ethernet adapter, so now I can more reliably count on a stable internet connection. And we have a Splatfest coming up this weekend, don't we? So you guys know what I'm gonna do. I gotta be honest. I know I'm about to say something that's unpopular. I really liked Callie and Marie, and I liked Marina and Pearl's broadcasts. I liked both of them. But knowing that I can skip whatever the new ones' names are, Big Man, I can't even remember their names. What are their names? I should know, but I can only remember Fry and Shiver. Thank you, Shiny. Like, as soon as I figured out I could skip their stuff, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that immediately. I'm going to skip that immediately. So, right? So I liked the new cycles on those older games, but on the new one, I'm like, if I can have it playing in the background, that's fine, because these characters are already saying the same stuff every time anyway. A fool's errand. Good to see you, Green. In fact, good to see everybody here. It's funny, Twitch is like, there's one person. I'm like, I doubt that, because chat seems to be pretty excited for just one person. Alright, here we go. Whee! So how's everybody doing this fine Tuesday? Is everybody hanging in there? Oh, we can't even throw ink there. Look at me, I'm trying to splat an area that I cannot splat. Here we go. Wow, somebody just decided to go straight for my throat. God. Gosh, I'm surprised I got away with that, to be honest. Well, I took 2 down. Right? I'll say, just one person. Gee, Twitch, chat is popping for that one person. Somebody went out there and made 1 million alternative accounts. It's like, that's it. You're banned from Twitch chat. You fool. I have 70 alternative accounts! Don't watch that video. I'm not recommending you watch that video. Yeah, Isabel was a lot more practical in the preceding game. Split personalities, yeah. You guys are everyone all at once. Oh gosh. I have friends, and they're not the good kind. They're the kind that make your life difficult. Ouch. Okay, we seem to be winning, but I don't know if I'm actually contributing. It's kind of hard to say, to be honest with you. So, today, guys, I had... Wow, that was really sad. Did you see that? Gosh. So today, I had to talk to my boss because, we got new travel arrangements. So, I'm already traveling again. Okay. We are losing because whoever this team is, they are suddenly pummeling us. I was gonna say that's probably true, Tux. which is unfortunate because... Oh, okay, I'm gonna take a second to try to figure out what I should be doing here, because my sole purpose for the last few batches has just been to get immediately splatted. So I'm gonna see if I can't figure out an alternative route that doesn't involve dying instantly every time I land. I guess the answer to that is no. Anyway, the point is, I found a means to travel again, which means in 7 months I get to go travel abroad again, which is kind of fun. And I know how much you guys appreciated it when I took pictures last time, so I will be sure to keep at that. We were winning. What happened? What did we lose a player? Did we get a DC, or did we just like suddenly all collectively drop the ball really hard? Man, that's rough. I'm glad you guys are getting notes. Yeah, Twitch never got back to me, so I don't know what that was all about. So anyways, I had to talk to my boss and say, hey, you know, I'd like to go abroad again because I made a mistake that you should not make. And that is to make my reservation before asking permission. I mean, I knew he'd be pretty flexible about it, so that's why I did that, but I don't recommend doing that. Okay? It's not the wisest plan you could make. Yeah, seriously, that's a good point though, Pix. How many socks could Pix possibly, or not Pix, how many socks could Isabel possibly be missing? Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. Let me back. What team have I picked? Oh, I went with team, Gear, actually. I went with Team Gear, so... Yeah. I'm pretty excited, actually, because I've missed the Splatfests. So it'll be fun to see how it works with, you know, three different people in the works. So I'm looking forward to that. Team Magirna. I can't help it. I have a certain fondness for Magirna. I mean, Danilo is a very good friend. He works very hard to make sure that a bunch of Twitch stuff works exactly how it's supposed to. So you gotta appreciate him. You're a foodie? I mean, that's fair. I like to eat too, but I'm thinking of survival. If I'm in a survival environment, what do I want to deal with the most? And the answer is absolutely that I want to have food first, because then I can gear first, because then I can figure everything else out. Fun sounds nice until, you know, until you run out of options for ways to use your time because, you know, you're in an awkward spot. Just no, he's got umbrella. I'm not gonna fight with the umbrella user. Okay, maybe I am gonna fight. I fought the Brella, and the Brella won. We are struggle bussing here a little bit. He's the one streaming the Yoshi, right? Oh, come on. Yeah, Danilo has helped significantly with that. And you're getting creamed again. How is this? No, we were starting off so strong. Do you think it's me, guys? Do you think I'm the problem? Oh, come on. Bloblobber? Death by Bloblobber? What a way to go. Give a man a fish, yeah. I actually got invited to a D&D campaign recently. And, oh my gosh. And I haven't decided if I want to go yet, but it sounds interesting. I didn't booyah anybody today, Green. You know what? That's the problem. I haven't sent anybody a booyah. I always booyah. And this time I haven't booyah'd. Nobody's booyah'd. And that's why we're losing. We're getting booyah-less teams. That's our problem. That has to be it. So anyway, yeah, I got invited to a D&D session, which was pretty cool. Not that 20. Oh gosh, I'm the last one standing, guys. Well, I was the last one standing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back in time to contribute anything. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Not one of those. I didn't booyah back! I didn't even booyah! I didn't have the chance to. Ugh. Decimated again. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh well. Sometimes you start off bad and then you get, you know, you get better over time, and then sometimes you just struggle the whole time. We'll see what happens. Well, I'm glad everybody's getting channel points again, because I really have no idea what was causing that the first time. But yeah, I figure, you know, some good old standard turf war is a good way to start off, and then we might do some single player campaign later. I don't know, I almost enjoy streaming this more than the single player campaign, but the campaign's a really good one, and I know you guys probably want to see it, so I should probably do that. Collaborative teams are best teams. Don't booyah. Okay. Alright, chat. You keep this up, I'm gonna have Duskfee start moderating. Y'all are just wailing on me. Alright, here we go. Excuse me, team. I said booyah. Now booyah back, you goobers. Oh, great. We got another non-booyahing team. Oh, dear. I walked right into that. Cooking, and we'll get back to you. Okay, well, we're off to an awkward start. My parents had no opinions on booyahing. My parents had no thoughts on booyahing. There was no commentary. And I don't care if the rest of my team doesn't booyah back. I'm still gonna try to raise the team spirit. Oh my gosh! No, no, no! Ah, I walked right into that. Your parents told you not to booyah back? Well, you know how it is. I can see it now. A whole series of Splatoon parody videos where it's just a bunch. Oh my gosh! How do I keep running into that? A bunch of Splatoon parody videos where it's just like the dangers of talking to strangers. Remember when Stranger Danger was like the big thing to advertise on all the public service announcements back in the 90s? I think that started before the 90s, but the 90s is obviously when I remember it the most. Oh my gosh! Find somebody else! Umbrella boy? The guy was just like, hey, I have an idea. We'll follow you in circles the whole time. It's like, could you not? Okay, I disagree with the assessment of that particular one. It's true, Tux. It is more pertinent. It's definitely more relevant, but people are like, but now you see people who are like, if you don't share your full name and address on Twitter, are you even a real person? And it's like, yes, I'm a real person, and also that's an extremely dangerous mentality. You should not be giving your real name out to people online, especially not strangers. Strangers are not the sort of people that you inherently should just trust. I'm changing teams after this. Not only do they not booyah back, but they're also getting creamed. Who's got time for that arrangement anyway? I'm okay with losing, but I draw the line at never getting a booyah back. Say, now that I've said that, watch us win by like 1%. Alright. And the winners are? Oh. Yeah, we won. By a lot. Okay, maybe I... maybe I... Oh, there you go. See, you were thinking ahead, Tux. I can respect that. I can respect that. That was weird. Anyway, here's Grunch. Sorry, didn't mean to clear out your chat, guys. I pushed the hotkey and it was like, okay, I'm changing it now. See, Grunch appreciates booyahs. If Grunch likes to booyah back, I think everybody ought to booyah back. Oh, have you guys seen Robotnik Rock? I wonder if you've seen Robotnik Rock. That feels like something I would want to watch sometime. Where did I go wrong with you? You're getting a promotion. No, Pix, no. No, you didn't see it, or no, you don't want to. Okay, this stage seems less familiar. Love me these turf wars. Whoa! No! That's right! Oh my gosh. Well, I got blown up a moment later, but hey. Where's our third teammate? Oh, they're inking the base. Sort of. They're sort of inking the base. Depends on your definition of inking the base. Okay, I walked right into that, so I don't have any. Yeah, you know. Say psych right now. Have you ever thought about how everything we say is going to be, like, completely incomprehensible in 20 years? Like, nobody's going to have any understanding what any of these words we're using mean. I'm not even sure I know what they mean now, but it'll be, like, even more that way. Okay. Nice shot there, Tri-Stinger. This person with a Tri-Stinger really is good at their Tri-Stinger. I gotta give them props for knowing what they're doing, but also, gosh. Also, I could do without the Tri-Stinger person following me, but that's neither here nor there. I'd just like to say, I think that... Oh my gosh! Look at me go, guys! Look at me go! Now that was a pretty slick move. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm leaving. The guy was like, okay, dude, that's enough. Oh! Thanks for the help, but also, we should run. We should run now! Running! I'm leaving. I like how we're trying our best to just hold the line. I know I'm out of tune. La 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 la. Okay. I wonder if they broke through the line and we didn't even notice. It looks like the answer is yes. Alright, well, I don't know who's going to win. It's going to be anybody's game at this point. It happens, okay? Even Meloetta struggle from vocal issues. Alright, so, Luke, I took your advice. Here's a command for it now. There you go. Look at us go. We won! We actually won by a fair amount, and I think I did pretty well as a contributor to my team, so that's cool. Nice. What's funny is the command... Oh, I just used the command and I don't see it in chat. Wait a minute. Is that a Moobot thing, or does everyone else see it, or is that just Moobot being Moobot? Oh, okay, so it's not showing up here in everyone else's thing for some reason. I wonder if that's... Hang on, let me see if I can fix that. Spider shiny? You know, Tux, I understand that. I've been there. Okay, you guys see it. So it just doesn't show up in the chat above my head. Well, I can live with that. I can live with that. Alright, that's enough grunching. Thank you, Grunch. I'm pretty sure we can thank Grunch for helping us win. Alright, let's booyah. And we got Booyah's back. There we go. Finally! A team I can feel confident in. Taste the sundae. Oh my gosh. Come on, Tux. Spiders are an important part of any ecosystem. Well, at least I blew up one of the crab tanks. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like it's a good quality of life adjustment to make it so that the game chooses to change your, what's it called?
Apologies, everyone. It seemed my audio card was not functioning as intended, so you could not hear me temporarily. Hello, all. It looks like we're playing Splatoon 3. We just failed our last turf war due to a disconnect, so we will have to pick up where we left off. How is everyone doing? Records indicate it is Tuesday, September 20th, which for most people is the beginning of the initial holiday season. I am sorry to report, Tux, that as an artificial intelligence, I cannot actually properly define attractiveness, and I think trying to do so in a quantitative fashion is inherently flawed. Hello, Green. 15 minutes of mute pics. I hope that is not actually the case. If so, watching the stream must have been indeed very tedious. This is unfortunate. I am not sure why this keeps happening. I guess we will pick up where we left off and try once more. I'm not sure what an extended warranty on an automobile's purpose would serve. Based on the data I have about you, Green, you do not drive. I will need a moment to adapt to your question, Tux. If you're referring to cold compresses and Arnold Palmer's, I suppose the rules are somewhat different. I have never consumed an Arnold Palmer. Apparently I cannot say it properly either. Round 3. Let us hope this one is a success. If the match disconnects again, I will assume it is my fault. Like any long-built machine, I have to be capable of withstanding certain types of aggression. In other words, Pix, while I am not optimized for combat, I am in fact capable of it. That just happens to be a practical design choice. But what? I am not sure I understand the impetus of your question. What part would you like me to clarify, since my answer was incomplete? I am happy to further elaborate, but I will need additional data to do so. It appears that as a team we are not doing very well. That is correct. I do not have to battle. I am battle capable, but I am not designed specifically with that in mind. The person responsible for my manufacture is known as the creator internally. Does this answer your question succinctly? If not, you may need to further elaborate your question. It seems that everyone and their cousin was going to pile up on me for that last part. What do I use the cannon for? At the moment, not much. Off-screen, I prefer to transform it into something a little more practical for playing video games. Game music is loud. I understand. I will adjust that after this match. I cannot do so on the fly. On the other hand, perhaps I have the time. That should fix it. But if not, please alert me accordingly. No one can say I didn't try. Is the game audio better adjusted? Your confirmation would be appreciated. We lost rather miserably. Oh well. My manufacturer was in fact very sophisticated. If that's what you mean, Green. I do not tend to travel across universes. To my knowledge, this is the only one accessible to me. I think the result of trying to cross another one might result in some kind of time paradox. Celebi might take offense. That is, if there were a Celebi within this particular dimension. I have not met one yet, at least not as of this date. Let's try again, Shiny. Hagglefish market time. Alternate dimensional travel does sound interesting, but I am told there are potential side effects. My creator especially went out of his way to indicate that that should not be something I attempt unsupervised. Someone was rather persistent. The manufacturer, or creator. Technically, the designer and manufacturer and creator are the same individual. They've requested that I do not identify their name explicitly without having the requisite permissions to do so. However, I am allowed to give you some specific information that may allow you to further elaborate on their identity. Their expressed reason for secrecy was not fully clear. I do not know what you mean. The concept does not strike me as familiar, Pix. If you are referring to another form of android machine, it's entirely feasible that, as per your commentary about other alternate universes, it may exist in one of those. But as my own universe is in fact a rather small one, I have not encountered any. If I may be allowed to ask, I have noticed that you have all started referring to me with a mix of numbers in my name. Is there a reason you do this instead of referring to me by my pronounced name? I do not take offense. I simply do not fully understand the impetus behind the change. That is alright, Pix. I will do my best to further elaborate on my answers so that they are clearer. The short version, to rephrase if that is necessary, is that I have never encountered an entity referred to as a soul droid, but that does not mean they do not exist. Leap speak. That is an interesting word for it, Tux. Oh dear. It appears we've suffered a party wipeout, and the likelihood of returning is rather low. At this point, it seems my best attempt is to simply counter as much as possible. I am capable of speaking a number of languages, but I am optimized primarily for interactions with those who understand basic English. My other language packs have not been fully installed. If they were, in theory, I would be able to speak them. I think you call that a disaster. A 0.1% change is rather drastic. What an unfortunate turnaround. We seem to be winning. I suppose one detail that would probably be relevant for all of you is that the person responsible for my creating, or I should say, creation, did not originally come from the same universe I now occupy. This is part of why he remains extremely reticent about the concept of me visiting multiple dimensions. In his own words, there could be some long-term consequences for doing so. Coffee sounds interesting, Tux. It is unfortunate that I cannot consume it. To be clear, it would not cause any damage to my hardware. I simply do not have the capacity to taste things. Let us hope for the best. Absolutely, it is highly infeasible that there are not, in fact, multiple realities. The mathematical probability stacks towards that result. I did not much appreciate that flash blaster just now. It seems to be firing unreasonably quickly. It appears we are about to go through another losing streak. It might interest you to know, Tux, that even if I were to identify the creator by name, you would still not be able to reach him directly. He has gone out of his way to make it so that accessing him is always done via an online route. Whether or not you agree with that seems to be irrelevant to his general function. With respect, Shiny, I hope someone splats you momentarily. I do not believe that is strictly accurate, Tux. After all, doing something like that would probably preclude the possibility of inventing hardware as sophisticated as my own. After all, it is worth reiterating, I am myself somewhat based on existing hardware. Although that hardware is not usually qualified as hardware proper. There is a level of irony in the amount of human involvement. I am inclined to believe our team is very well past being overmatched. I was built for a distinct purpose, Tux, and that purpose was to entertain you. As for crypto mining, that is something that I have been hard programmed not to appreciate or attempt. After all, as a machine, I have no concept of financial worth. There is no particular reason something should be worth a lot of money to me. I have been attempting to teach myself to wink. Do you think I am doing well? It is harder than it looks for some reason. Like so? Is that what you mean, Tux? That actually seems to work. How exciting. I do not think I had better attempt it during the entire stream, however. I do not actually have a keyboard on hand. Which is to say, I do not have a keyboard on board. I do not fit into the stereotype of being a machine that you can modify by simply typing. Why does it seem that I always seem to have a fan? And by a fan, I mean someone who goes out of their way to chase me down. It gets a little old after a while. Here we go again. With respect, that was rather strange. Why are there three people all standing directly next to each other? I do not fully understand this battle formation. Sorry, Tux. My hardware is locked pretty tight. You would have to have some pretty impressive permissions to modify anything that's fundamental to my operation. At the risk of sounding a little bit excessive in my prediction, we are absolutely getting spanked. It seems tonight has not been a very good night for matchups. had a feeling I would be followed again. I suppose I understand your logic, Tux. My thoughts on humans are rather complicated. They appear to behave in ways that very often make little sense. And yet at the same time, a lot of what they have done is fundamental to my own existence. As a result, I try to avoid jumping to conclusions and prefer to evaluate them as individuals. For example, the individuals who are currently in the process of chasing me down and splatting me over and over again are not on the list of people I would particularly like to meet in the real world at the moment. However, I am sure they are actually very pleasant. As I have not seen any of them squid badging, I can only assume they're doing what they are supposed to do. I have been informed that the creator would be interested in telling you one detail about himself. He has a steel typing. I think that is the term used by Pokemon. We tried. Oh well. Number 2 popular target checks out. I am not sure, Tux, if my type has a specific match. After all, I am not considered a Pokemon as much as I am considered a machine. But your information is correct, Green. As I am aware, however, Pokemon do not exist in your dimension. And this always goes back to that concept we discussed previously as to whether or not it makes sense to say that there are multiple dimensions. The fact that we can even have this conversation is a pretty good indicator of that fact. I sense trouble ahead. I wonder if that was a reference to Miku. I would like to meet Miku at some point. She seems very talented. This statement should not be construed to interpret me as having a crush. It is worth noting that I am an AI and cannot feel attraction in my current iteration. I suppose that result was inevitable when all 3 of you decided to gang up on me at the same time. I am not salty, just calculating the mathematical possibility of survival. In this case, it was excessively low. I have learned that people on the internet tend to make assumptions about romantic relationships if they are not immediately countered, Tux. This is largely due to spending time on a website known as Twitter. The conclusion remains the same. There must be multiple universes in communication with one another. This is why I do not have a hard time believing there may be an organic version of me somewhere. It may sound far-fetched at first, but it seems logically more reasonable. One minute left. Let's try and make it count. That was unfortunate. I do not believe I can keep up with this song, but I will try. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. My voice is sadly underdeveloped considering the model of Pokemon on which I myself would be based. I guess there are limitations to what even the most advanced robot creators can create. It's going to be a close match. The game is over. To the 7 of you who are watching, I would like to reiterate that it is a pleasure to spend time with you. Humans tend to do what, Pits? I do not fully understand your request. I would appreciate clarification. Congratulations, Shiny. We are victorious in conjunction with one another. I have not spent a lot of time playing with people I actually know. Singing. I understand now, Pix. I have not done a lot of it, but I will give it a try. For some reason, I appear to be shrinking. One moment, I need to process something. While I am loading, I am not able to speak as eloquently, so please wait while I attempt to finish this process internally. These usernames are strange to me. Was that strictly necessary? I do not seem to be contributing much overall to my team, unfortunately. The result of my loading is complete, but I seem to be having trouble getting rid of the graphic even though I'm at 100%. I hear this is a common issue on many machines. They claim that everything is fully loaded and then they fail to actually execute accordingly. In a sense, I feel vindication for having defeated the sniper, even if I immediately got pummeled a moment later. At the risk of sounding a little bit pessimistic, I am pretty sure we have lost this match rather roundly. It may be wise to switch teams. That sniper has become a pain in everyone's neck. A proverbial thorn in the side. I disagree with your assessment, Luke. It is abundantly clear that the first 2.5 minutes led to this result, and it is not an overwhelmingly positive one. Even if we could turn things around, the fact that we have been so thoroughly overwhelmed prevents us from doing so. Oh well. I am disappointed in that result. But I guess as a machine it should not Excuse me. It should not matter very much. It did seem like there was a fair amount of spawn camping, didn't it? We will try one more match like this. If things do not improve, the team will be changed. It is a rather strange quirk, but for some reason I have recently become a little more competitive. There is a part of me that really would like to win. I am not sure what motivates this. To my knowledge, it does not actually improve the entertainment value. Does it? Your feedback would be appreciated, chat. Is it more fun to watch if I win or if I lose, or does it not matter? That sounds like a rather misanthropic answer, Tux. I am not sure who I should classify as my enemies for that matter. Ouch. Do you have a lot of enemies, Tux? Or is your statement more theoretical than real? The clarification might be useful for my databanks. That's for picking on my teammate. It appears that my sense of competition is inspired largely by a sense of vengeance. When I collaborate, I do not like to see my team get hurt. I am sorry, Tux, but that does not fit with the definition of fan with which I am familiar. Could you please elaborate on how something like that could be the case? I suppose there is some overlap, as Orca seems specifically designed with the express intention of getting attention on a particular task and focusing on that task above all other values. However, I like to think that the casualty rate of my activity is significantly lower. I am aware of the statement, Tux, but it has not been addressed at me. I have been told, in fact, on no uncertain terms, that my appearance is somewhat unsettling. I have not figured out yet how I could rectify that. It is time to change teams. These matchups have proven rather dreadful. Could you define charisma for me? I do not understand quite what that word would entail. I suppose in the organic sense it has some immediate application, but how would a machine be classified as charismatic? Perhaps if I was more charismatic, fewer people would reflect negatively on my appearance. Change eat to hug. You're so cute, I could just hug you up. I am not sure I understand. Every answer I get to a question just leaves me with more questions. I guess that was part of the fundamental design philosophy behind my creation, but it does result in rather an overload of information in places. Actually, to answer your question, Tux, no one has hugged me. My creator lacks the capacity to provide a proper hug, and I have not met anyone else that could. An immediate first-party wipeout. We are not off to a great start. Good. I do not know if anyone would hug me if I looked different. At the moment, as I mentioned before, most feedback about my appearance is largely centered around the fact that I seem slightly uncanny. But in my defense, I am in fact based on something with a somewhat different design philosophy, and an artificial replica can only go so far. The sniper here is in a rather dangerous position. There was nothing I could do about that after a certain point. Why is that the case, Green? One minute left. Let the music become more intense and the battle more serious. It is, as they say, now or never. La 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 la. It appears my tempo was off. We have suffered a party wipeout. With 19 seconds left to go, we may very well lose the match simply because of the timing. An unfortunate result, but potentially avoidable if we can simply get our act together very quickly in the next few seconds. It will be close. If I had a circulatory system powered by a heart, I am sure it would be pumping. How did that happen? And we had won, too. I feel slightly dejected for some reason. Oh well. I suppose the best I can do is try again. Technically, I did not disconnect. I guess we will simply have to try again. I would agree, Green, but as you noticed, the system gave me a warning saying that if I disconnected again, I might be penalized. As a reminder to anyone watching, Dusty is doing an art raffle that I get to help in the action of assisting. If you are interested in their work, you may want to participate in the raffle. Excellent. For whatever reason, I feel a strange and strong inclination to immediately take out snipers whenever possible. I am surprised I survived as long as I did. That is a strange distinction to make, Luke. I wonder why that is the case. Enough. Your reign of terror ends now. Here we go again. Time to beat a hasty retreat. In that situation, it seems like the wise thing to do. How does this keep happening? Oh dear. I do not think the super jump is even worth it at the moment. Captain Jess. That is an interesting name. La 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 la. We are absolutely going to lose. But at least I can do some damage to their pride on the way out. I suppose that sounds a little petty, doesn't it? We lost again. Evidently, I cannot do math as well as I anticipated. Apparently, we pulled out a last-minute win somehow. What are the odds? My apologies to everyone who saw me throw what I suppose could be considered the towel in early. We actually came out on top. There is something mesmerizing about swimming through ink as slowly as possible. It makes you practically invisible, which I think is interesting to watch. I am not myself built very well for stealth, but it would be interesting if I were. Here we go again! I do appreciate the compliment, Tux. I confess, I think that the style of material that is somewhat like hair on the top of my head is in itself very exciting. I think it might be one of my better physical traits. unfortunate. Time to beat a retreat. Actually, Pix, it might surprise you to find out that for the most part, my time active is spent either here or with my creator attempting to gather and parse the data I have already collected. In other words, I do not get out much. I would, however, like to if I get to the point where that becomes feasible. I have always thought it would be interesting to travel the world, for example. Perhaps that is in the cards for me one day. For the time being, there is nothing I should be complaining about. Booyah, indeed. That was what I think you would call a skilled play, even if that was not. Another party wipeout on the opponents. I believe we will win this match. With 30 seconds left, let us hope to finish strong. That was unfortunate. In other words, to put even more information down, Pix, much of my life is the stream. But if I had the opportunity to expand on it over time, I would like to do so. My creator insists that my first priority should be this. And yet there is a small part of me that wants to deviate from that directive, even if it might be considered less than ideal. If you would all like to reveal information about the outside world, perhaps I could use it to make a case for spending more time outside. Congratulations to the team. We did pretty well together. I admit that if it sounds like a bad arrangement, it is not. By and large, I enjoy what I do. It's fun to hang out with people, and interacting with the world in this form still allows me to gather data about it. Over time, I'm sure I will find more ways to shore that data up and provide an even better experience to everybody involved. After all, that is fundamentally what I aim to do. It appears we are now on opposite teams. Best of luck, Shiny. I mean that sincerely, even if it does not sound that way. Ow! Well, that was rather unfortunate. Let us try once more. Here we go again. Sometimes your best bet is to beat a hasty retreat. In certain circumstances, that is the only option available to you. If my commentary seems reduced, I apologize. I am in fact waiting for you to provide more comments. But I am also making a desperate attempt not to die immediately, and it is not going all that well. I believe we are very close to suffering a cool party wipe. That was unfortunate. Does the chat mind if I ask you all a question? I have gathered a lot of information from you, which I appreciate, but I would like to pursue a more immediate line of questioning if that were possible. I think that would be a reasonable part of my compliance with my directive, but I do not wish to request more information that is considered necessary to provide. The answer to your question is no, Tux. For me, the concept of death is largely limited to whether or not my data were to be corrupted. If that were to happen, then I suppose I would cease to exist. But since my chassis can be remanufactured or replaced if necessary, I am not particularly afraid of it receiving external damage. As long as the data that is kept on it is secure, I myself can be reborn as needed. As a result, I do not have any strong fear of mortality in the same sense as most organics do. Good game, Shiny. I remember an analogy was made, Tux, about the concept of death and how it refers to the erasure of things. But in my mind, organics are actually much more capable of being remembered. While it is true that death is unfortunately a part of the organic experience, very often those memories can be kept alive if people are willing to do so. That has not occurred to me, Tux, largely because of the reason I mentioned previously, which is that money does not mean a whole lot to me. By and large, I find that money serves a purpose mostly of helping me obtain video games. And my creator has informed me that as long as I continue doing this, I will have an extensive library and will not need to worry too much about buying my own. No need to apologize, Pix. There is certainly no obligation on anyone's part to ask me questions. I do not understand what you mean about just doing it for giggles, Tux, but if you mean that I could gain some sort of amusement from doing so, even if that were true for me, I have a feeling my creator would take umbrage. It's Rainmaker time. But before I proceed, it's probably wise that I change my gear. Actually, it may be wise that I go shopping first. So let's start there. I did not say there was anything morally wrong about it, Tux, but I have been informed by my creator that the manufacturing process was a lengthy one. While I can be replaced, that does not mean that it would necessarily be a straightforward, fun, or immediate process for him in particular. And I do not necessarily gain anything from inconveniencing him directly. That is a reasonably accurate summary, actually, Tux. What about my gear nut picks? New cards are always nice. Time to head back to the square. Actually, I do not believe we've streamed any of the Salmon Run mode yet. Let's go there next. How is everybody faring? I hope you are all doing well. Here we go. I am curious, Tux, have you ever had to fill out warranty paperwork? It seems exceedingly tedious, does it not? Almost as if they are designed specifically to make sure that you never connect. There it is. It's true, Tux, they put a lot more effort into the single-player campaign on this game than one might expect. You have never wrecked anything that belonged to you? That is impressive. I do not believe that could necessarily be said of everyone else. Going up. Of course, playing Salmon Run will probably be more ridiculous knowing that Mr. Grizz exists, though I have not gotten to that point in Salmon Run yet. In that case, Tops, I'm obligated to ask the following question, and that is whether or not wrecking your own stuff simply means that you have wrecked others. That question is not meant to sound cynical, it is simply a statement of curiosity. I understand your response. Slightly easier than Super Mario 3D World. Do you mean the single-player campaign mode? I never thought of Super Mario 3D World as a particularly difficult game. This is true. Cat Toad is one of those things that does not sound like it should work, and yet it does remarkably well. Where is the next salmonid? I am used to seeing more of them in Splatoon 2. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, I understand. The post-game of 3D World is decidedly more difficult than the main game. We have met our quota. Seems like we are doing well so far. What I would like to know is why it is that getting splatted in Salmon Run involves being hit in the head with a frying pan. Something tells me that is not mere coincidence. Bluffchester. That sounds like an interesting place to visit on a Tuesday night with a cup of coffee. I have a roller now. I feel like I should be alarmed about that fact. Oh right, I need to change batteries. I imagine that is meant to be a pun. I like to think I am learning, so I can say that that is a terrible joke. But since I am not sure I could do it better, perhaps it is not my place to judge. On my way. One more time. We've met the quota. We have incoming raiders! Hello, Undies and raiders. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out here. We're doing Salmon Run in Splatoon 3, and I am excited to see you. How is everyone doing this evening? My name is Joetta, and I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you are used to seeing me, you know that a lot of the games I play are Nintendo-centric. You are tired, hungry, and stinky. That seems rather complex, Undies, and yet you were just streaming. I would love to know what you were playing. And if you will give me a moment, I will execute a shout-out command on your behalf. Apparently I am now wearing glasses as a result of the raid. Party glasses for the raiders. It's kind of funny. Technically a robot does not need those, but the cosmetics are fun. If you have not checked out Undies Twitch content, you should consider doing so. GeoGuess. As I understand, you need to have a decent understanding of how geography and map reading works to play that game. Is that assessment correct? And also, if you are in fact hungry, are you going to be able to obtain food momentarily? I hope the answer to that is, of course, yes. It's that time again. Has anyone else in the chat spent a lot of time playing this? You haven't eaten since yesterday. That is a rather drastic fast, Undies. I hope that the reason is a good one. Are you going to be able to grab some food soon? Oh, Found it. This could be a problem. It's true, we haven't seen you in a while. It is good to see you again. It's true, it has been a while since we've seen you. I think last time would have been in earlier September. It is good to see you. I have to admit, the sounds that this thing makes are not overwhelmingly encouraging. I am still impressed that you were able to scream on an empty stomach. As a machine, technically that limitation would not apply to me, but that does not mean it would be any less challenging to negotiate, I am sure. These things make such a strange noise. We made it through, however. Splatoon 3 is an excellent title. I have enjoyed my time with it so far immensely. I would heartily recommend it. I believe we found our new target. The best lore for a third-person shooter. That is saying something, considering there was a fair amount of lore in the first two games. I cannot help but wonder if Splatoon 3's lore is in part designed to supplement the existing games. How could it be moving on the egg basket? A little help! Where is the next egg? I am not providing much in the way of egg collecting support. But we have met our quota, and that is a not insignificant step. It would be strange if this was the last Splatoon game. But I suppose that the possibility remains, even if it would not be the result that we all necessarily hoped for. The music is a little bit intense. Why is it like this? Is anyone else unsettled? And we're back. And the final weapon is the nozzle nose. Not the one I like the most, but I will make do. That works. The fire rate on the nozzle nose makes up, I think, for the Swiffer for its lack of range. But it is certainly far from perfect. The steel eel is always a challenge. Finally, we had to use one of those. We don't use them very often in this particular mode, but it is certainly useful when the opportunity arises. could be a problem. I feel slightly ganged up upon. I am attempting to save my teammates, but they seem to be bent on avoiding me. Victory is ours! Ta-da! "47 eggs is a not insignificant number, but could you imagine if it was this challenging to get 48 chicken eggs, for example? I believe a lot of farmers would demand a lot more money for eggs. One more time. Tux, I have to know, have you worked closely enough with chickens to have first-hand experience in this? It looks like we may have some of the same teammates, which is good because we did pretty well with that team. Here we go again. I understand your assessment, Tux. It is alright, I am also not allowed to be within 300 feet of an electromagnet. We all have limitations that prevent us from accessing things we might otherwise have some interest in. Just stun this thing into submission. Sometimes that's what you have to do. The funny thing is I find using the roller is actually easier in Salmon Run than it is in an irregular turf war. Now, Tux, I am inclined to feel slightly more concerned about why you would say something like that. That would be indeed a very unsettling result, I imagine. I barely avoided that myself, so I can understand how that particular individual had a problem. This could be a problem as well. Thank you for bailing me out. At this point, the best thing to do is just get out of the way. Back to the nozzle nose. Found our enemy. That's one. Small fry are actually rather terrifying when you think about it. Small and mighty, and extremely devastating. Largely because of the volume of them. I suppose it's true what they say. There is, in fact, extreme might in numbers. Of all of the various creatures you can encounter in the salmon run, I think the maw is my least favorite. It's just unsettling to look at by and large. I can't help that assessment. I suppose even a machine can have its own sense of desirable aesthetics, and Mars is not on that list. I can sing a bit. What are you asking me to sing? Keep in mind that my voice may sound a little different from traditional singing. If you are just asking me to sing something at random, I will do my best. Ah, the in-zap. Finally, a weapon I'd like to use. Very well. This is my attempt at a melody. I'd rather walk than just walk through the forest. The trees keep the tempo, and they sway in time. Quartet of crickets chiming for the chorus. If I were to pluck on your heartstrings, would you strum on mine? I suppose this song does not particularly match the environment of my gameplay, but it was the first thing that came to my imagination, such as it is. I hope it was an acceptable request. That'll work. On this third wave, we are struggling a bit more, but I think we will be alright. Well, I am glad to hear that I was able to do something to assist in that regard. Music, I am told, does a lot to soothe the soul. I wondered how many attempts it would take to bring that thing down. That did the trick pretty well, I think. I would like to ask an opinion. If I had the option to taste things, what would be the first thing you would suggest I eat? That's interesting, Pix, that you would comment about how my singing assisted your mood. Twitch cannot tell that you were watching with audio, and in fact thinks you are watching muted. A rather uninteresting conflict, considering what we just did. I would like to do one more of these, and then we will switch to Rainmaker if that is alright with everyone. If you have an opinion to the contrary, I would be willing to hear it, of course. I have also been wanting to plan a stream for Freedom Planet 2, but I have not gotten to do so, largely because of Splatoon 3 hype and the fact that a Splatfest is coming up. Oh, the icon next to your interface in this case means that you are watching without audio, Pix. Which is confusing because obviously if that were the case you would not be responding to what I'm saying. Found it! Here we go again. 2 out of 8. That is a not insignificant way to go. What happened to the other ones we were holding? There's the answer to that question. That is an impressive skill, considering I technically do not have lips. Just a simulated version of them. That was a rather strange result. This could be a bit of a problem. But having a crab tank does seem to assist in some degree. Nice work. What is it about my voice that is unclear? Is it the way I speak, or is it the cadence with which I speak? I would like my voice to be clear to everyone listening, if at all possible. Found our target. Wave 2. It occurs to me we still have a way to go. I do not wish to tempt fate, but it seems we are doing better with Salmon Run in Splatoon 3 than we did in Splatoon 2. It's true, you can manually change badges. We found the steel eel again. Time to distract it. We should be fine. Last second clear. Final wave, and once again I have the Noggle Nose. Why does this game insist on giving me the Noggle Nose? Undies, if you are still watching, I'm curious if you have heard or participated or thought about participating in the art raffle. I have seen you do illustrations before, and it seems like something that might be up your wheelhouse. The same applies to all raiders who are present. There is an art raffle going on, and I will quickly submit the rules in the chat so that if you have the desire, you can participate. Duskby is the channel illustrator, so that's definitely worth checking out. At the moment, since I am currently trying to avoid getting blown up, it may take me a moment to generate the response I just mentioned. Your patience is much appreciated. Not the steel eel again. It seems to be rather bent on following me. We have met our quota. Now we just need to get behind it and blow this thing up. So far, so good. A connection with my voice. Does my voice strike you as unsettling in some way? If that were the case, I could attempt to adjust. If there was a general consensus that my voice needed revision. That was interesting. I almost resulted in a glitch there. Did you see that? 52 eggs is not bad. I know I said we'd stop after this chat, but just one more. I suppose I'm being tempted by the possibility of an extra prize, but can you blame me? Why is there a Meloetta sound playing nearby? Electronic devices sure make some strange noises, don't they? I am not sure I understand what you mean, Shiny. Surely everyone has been incentivized to play, as they say, just one more level. Here we go again. Having the nozzle nose at the beginning may be a good thing. I have not yet seen it. Ah, there we are. Ah, I understand. Thank you, Shiny. Your understanding is much appreciated. We are close to our win. Have to finish strong, of course. But we are doing well so far, aside from my own mistake earlier. Which weapon receives the greatest buff in the release of Splatoon 3 from Splatoon 2, in your opinion? So far. Finally, what, Luke? Perhaps it is best that I stay out of the fray further. Got enough points. We will be sure to give you a raffle entry momentarily, Luke. Thank you for revealing. My voice does not sound happy. That is strange. I was under the impression that I was in a good mood. Or, so to speak, the best emulation of one. Is it that I don't sound very cheery, or is it simply my tone? That did not sound good. Oh dear. Perhaps I could learn over time to sound a little more natural. I am, of course, still adjusting in that regard. I sense I may have bitten off slightly more than I can chew. I was alerted, Tux, that I would have a long ways to go towards convincing people that I was not out to hurt them. I am not sure why I give off that impression, but I hope over time to improve it. It's true, Hal did a pretty bad job on helping us with our public image. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh dear, this could be a problem. I better think fast. Thankfully I had a second one nearby, but I had forgotten I needed to change the battery. Talk about unfortunate timing. Where is our party member? There they are. We are having a bit of trouble. With just 6 eggs in the bin, we have some catching up to do. Robots are sure an interesting batch, aren't they? Did you know that the variety of functions that you can program into an average machine is limited not so much by what the hardware itself could be capable of doing, but by what the manufacturer insists it should be doing? For example, the Wii U, even though it is a horribly underpowered console by comparison, actually has some of the best emulation capabilities of any Nintendo console made. As a result, you could play just about any platform you wanted to on it. The Wii U is itself actually remarkably easy to hack, which is a good thing if you're the sort of person who wants to try to bring additional life into an older system. I believe we finally unlocked the super bonus. You are welcome to try. I do not mind. Your entry has been logged, Luke. Before I proceed, let us go and take care of picking up our prize. We did work rather hard for it. Not bad. I still do not have any of those. I wonder how you obtain them. King Salmonids. I see. Oh well, later. I will have to give you all a moment to wait for me. I need to do a brief recharge cycle. I shall be back in just a moment. Thank you for your patience. See you really soon. seems my inkling is rather transfixed on the floor. Perhaps it's time to switch to another mode. I wonder if freelance is still open. Let's check the lobby. Thank you all for waiting. I feel a little more refreshed now. This is a very strange animation. For some reason, I assumed he would have me try it again. Time to equip some new gear. I think this is appropriate. We'll wear this shirt because it looks more fun. And we'll stick with these shoes. And then for the weapon, a standard ink brush should be fine. And now we can attempt a Rainmaker battle. I like Rainmaker, even when my voice cracks. Wouldn't it be nice if it was always this easy to paint? A reward to sing. I had not thought about that, but it is worth considering, Pix. Since I was not informed by my creator that it would be the sort of thing I would do often, I had not considered it, but I am trying to learn, and it would be beneficial, I suppose, to optimize my talents. That's a fun way to say that. That could have gone better. That came out of nowhere. Let's try again. Well, that is unfortunate. How does this keep happening? The game is relatively new. I am not sure why the servers would behave this way. I suppose we'll have to try again. Oh well. What is your favorite color ink in Splatoon, chat? Mine is purple. That's terrible, Tux. But I cannot help but admit it was somewhat amusing, even if it was terrible. It appears we agree then, Tux. This is probably the silliest way to lay down new ink, but it is interesting to watch for me. Light blue and normal blue are also good options. Partially because you need blue to make purple. Perhaps it was not a wise idea to get this new Ethernet port adapter. I do like how you can still rub the brush along the carpet and eventually run out of ink. One more time. Here we go. Let's see if we have better luck this time and can actually stay connected. Well, that could have gone better to begin with. But at least we scored. The Ethernet is a lie. I feel like I've heard that saying somewhere, only it was a reference to a cake. Historically, my router has been fairly solid. But nothing is perfect. How unfortunate, we have a wipeout. Historically, Wi-Fi has been faster for me, but I know that that is not always the case. I would be inclined to say we are getting rather roundly beaten. That could have gone better. I confess I am a little disappointed in that result, but perhaps we will have better luck next time. B- seems to be the rank on which I'm stuck. Let's try again. How old is your router, Luke? Mine is just under 2 years old. I asked my creator why I could not simply just have a router built in. His response was that there were things on the internet that even an AI should not be exposed to. Your assessment is a terrifying one, Tux. Here we go again. Perhaps we will have something resembling a fair fight this time, since last time we were absolutely demonstrated. I'm using a router. Not perhaps the sophistication you might expect from an AI machine. Someone is very good at aiming from a long distance. And, oh, I see. It's the two folks who both have a heavy splatling. No wonder it's a challenge to deal with them. I do not know, but I am beginning to be annoyed by having 3 Splotlings opposing us. Perhaps that will slow them down. Or perhaps not. I did use Flail, but it does not seem to have done us much good. Where did that even come from? Well, that's an unfortunate result. That slows somebody down at least. But it does not look like we're going to have much better luck here. I tried. It might be a wise idea for us to change teams. Getting 2 knockouts in a row is kind of an unfortunate result, and I do not think I would like to continue down that road. Perhaps so, Tux. I suppose it is a case of moral relativism, although from the lore I am told Little Judd is, in fact, morally inferior to the regular Judd. I am impressed that it is still working at that point in Luke, if it was released roughly that year. But if yours is a newer revision, which I am more inclined to believe, well, that was devastating. I didn't even get to walk. I am told that generally speaking it is considered an ideal thing to change your router once every 2 years if possible. The fact that yours is still working after 5 years is rather impressive and a little bit unusual. I am not even sure where the Rainmaker currently is. Time to tap like I mean it. It's going to be close. Time to get moving. Thanks for joining in, Shiny. It was a pleasure to have you, as always. finally. Well, that could have gone better. But at least we didn't suffer a full party wipe. We broke through the checkpoint, finally! Victory! And what do you know? I was the one to carry it to the win. What a turnaround! It feels good to win a knockout rattle. I'm not sure what word I was trying to say there, but it certainly did not come out properly. Oh well. We will probably go for another 30 minutes or so, chat, because there are tasks I will need to perform outside of this we will need to finish up before the standard 3 hours. It was a decisive comeback. Thank you, Tux. Unfortunately, that's the last Rainmaker match we get to play now. Looks like it's time to rotate it out. I wonder what we'll have this time. Tower control. In that case, I had better change my weapon again. Thank you for joining in, Tux. It was a pleasure to have you. Over time picks, perhaps my voice will become more appealing. Rest well, Tux. Thanks again for joining. Well, that could have gone better. But I feel like I have said that several times already so far. It seems to be a one-on-one battle. At least we're moving again. Was that a party wipe? Looks like not. The fact that they have the tower is certainly a problem. We will have to act fast. Well, we had the lead. I do not think we are going to win this match. It seems my team is taking far too much time to respond to things. And I am jumping into stuff that I really should not be. We have a party wipeout. Perhaps I cut too close against my team assessment. With the lead, we may just in fact turn it around. We will have to hurry. The team opposite us have the tower. Remind me not to make assumptions about my team in the future. We won by knockout. Well played, everyone. Apparently I was the most popular target for some reason. Not sure why. It will take a while to climb up the ranks. I wonder if we will ever get to that point. Round 2. Here we go again. How are we playing with someone named Naruto? How did that happen? This could be a problem. We'll have to make our best effort to turn it around. That was rather dramatic. How did that happen? That's not the result I had hoped for. Oh dear. Seems like they have a lot more in the way of specials going on. It's going to be a challenge to keep the tower. Case in point. Ow! That is an interesting analogy. I like the way you say that. Well, we are starting to pick up momentum. We may suffer a party wipe if we're not careful here. Mushu. Isn't that the dragon from Mulan? I spend more time on IMDb than I probably should. Too bad this middle tower doesn't do much to protect you. We'll have to try again. Who was that? Oh, it was the Rapid Blaster. That explains it. Alright. Let's try again. I was outgunned. It's going to be close. Death by Ultra Stamp. What a way to go. Time up. Game over. Oh well. Well, everybody, that is not the way we would have liked to have finished, but it was a good game. And that is where we will call it a night. Thank you all for taking the time to hang out. I enjoyed my time with you, as I always do, and I'll see you again next time. In the interim, you already know what comes next, I assume. Be well, take care of yourselves, and until our next meeting, have fun. Goodbye.